We got Prince Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. Now, this definitely is an interesting matchup, but it definitely isn't worth pay-per-view money either. So I'm not spending the money on this. I love heavyweight boxing, but I'm not paying no $39.99 to see Prince Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. I mean, I probably wouldn't even pay $20 for that. But like I said, it's still interesting. Interesting for network TV, not for pay-per-view. Don't get it twisted, TV execs. You think you know what we want? Guess you don't know. Let's break this fight down. Luis Ortiz is a very, very tough guy. And I believe he and Charles Martin are southpaws. So it'll be tricky from that aspect, but I think just judging off watching Luis Ortiz, and I've seen him fight more than just the Deontay Wilder fights, and he gave Deontay Wilder fits, so I think he's just a tougher guy. Charles Martin has improved a lot since his loss to AJ. There's no doubt about that. You know, there was a moment where he seemed to have kind of flipped out, you know, a little bit, but he seems to regain his focus. I think he has a new trainer in there. I just think, like I say, people like to say styles make fights, kind of cliche. I say more than that. It's your heart that makes the fight, your courage, your bravery. And I think Luis Ortiz is the more courageous and braver of the two, and he hits harder than Prince Charles Martin. Remember all the trouble he had Deontay Wilder in? He hits harder than Prince Charles Martin. Now, like I said, Charles Martin has improved, but that doesn't mean he's better than Luis Ortiz. So I think the fight will come out, you know, with them kind of filling out each other. You know, I don't believe either one of them is too much of a fast starter, but they'll come out filling out each other, and I think Luis Ortiz will get his attention early. I think he'll be the aggressor. I think he'll be the one to back up Charles Martin. And what Charles Martin has to do, and this is pretty much what any underdog has to do, you know, you got to get the respect of your opponent. So he's going to have to catch Luis Ortiz early with something he doesn't see. He's going to have to use a lot of feints. Feints work. Check out Tyson Fury. Great feints. Look at Alexander Usyk. Great feints. So he's going to have to use feints, catch Ortiz when his hands are dropped, and then catch him with something coming in. He might, you know, get a knockdown. A lot of times southpaws are off balance, so, but that applies to him too. Like I said, I think he's a southpaw. Not sure. But he's got to get his respect early, and I could say the same for Luis Ortiz, even though I think he'll be the aggressor, you know. Charles Martin is 6'5". I believe Luis Ortiz is 6'3", 6'4", so it's not much of a height difference. But Luis Ortiz, I think, is going to, you know, mix up the boxing and punching, and I think he's going to overwhelm Charles Martin, and I don't necessarily see it as a knockout. I think it'll go to the cards with Luis Ortiz winning again. And when he wins, I don't want him to get another fight with Wilder should Wilder keep fighting. But I think round by round, the action will heat up. Both guys will have some dangerous moments. I just think Ortiz's experience will come into play. And I think he's just going to overwhelm Prince Charles Martin. Charles Martin is not an elite fighter, but, you know, in fact, you know, I think someone like Jared Anderson, even though he's just coming up, I think he could go right in there and knock Charles Martin out, just being honest. Got to be honest. That's the only way to do it. I think he's going to come on. I think Jared Anderson can knock Charles Martin out, even though he's new, and I think Ortiz can knock him out, and he's a vet, so young and older, I still think that both guys would beat Charles Martin. So I don't know why I just thought of Jared Anderson, but I'm just not that impressed with Martin. And it's a great undercard, you know. I guess they're trying to use the undercard to sell the fight. I still ain't buying it, but you got Frank Sanchez on the undercard, You guys are sleeping on Frank Sanchez, by the way. He looks like the complete fighter. He'll give any fighter trouble. He would give Anthony Joshua trouble. He would give Wilder fits. He would give Fury trouble. And he's not one of these super tall heavyweights either. He's about 6'3", 6'4", well-built, strong boxer, puncher. Y'all better stop sleeping on Frank Sanchez. I believe he'll be a future champion. He'll give anybody fits. He and Joe Joyce are the heavyweights you guys need to look out for. So hopefully I can see a replay on the fight. Like I said, I'm not paying pay-per-view for that. It's not pay-per-view worthy. I'm going to follow Frank Sanchez's career. He is a great fighter. And if you don't believe me, check him out. I don't think Charles Martin is as great as a lot of people think he is. I just think he caught his opponents perhaps at the right times, and he's improved, so it made him look better than what he actually is. I think Luis Ortiz will expose him, and who knows what's next for Luis Ortiz. I'd like to see Luis Ortiz versus maybe Frank Sanchez. Maybe those two will go at it, you know. Frank Sanchez is Cuban. Isn't Luis Ortiz Cuban? Battle of the Cubans. Interesting. But let me know what you guys think of Miller and Sanchez. You know, Sanchez has a great way of boxing. You get comfortable, and then pow, it hits you with something and really catch you. Frank Sanchez has great movement, great legs, great upper body. Like I said, well built. So let me know who you think is going to win the fight between Charles Martin and I think I was just talking about Frank Sanchez. Let me know who you think is going to win the fight between Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. Let me know if you guys are going to order the fight, and what do you guys think of Frank Sanchez? And before I go, got to give a shout out to V. Go subscribe to V's Walk Like You Talk. You know, he's giving you scriptures to live by. We're both believers in the Most High. Yeshua is the only way. Period. And that's all I got to say. Follow Yeshua. Shout out to Andrew Tucker. Shout out to Boxing Wave. Shout out to all the boxing people out there doing a great job and being unbiased. You know, we all have our favorite fighters, but we still got to call it like we see it. You know, just because we like a fighter, we can't act like he didn't lose when he lost. Wilder fanboys. I think they kind of calmed down, though, after that last whooping Fury put on him. Because Wilder made a good, he made a great show of himself. You know, he didn't go out bad, you know. He gave Tyson Fury some dangerous moments. Anyway, this is the J. Roos Theory. Make sure you subscribe to my alternate channel at WJ. And be fearless. Oh yeah, and the thought for the day. I might have said this on a video way back, but you know, I'm always thinking. Has nothing to do with boxing, but if we call oranges oranges because they're orange, why don't we call bananas yellows? Yay, yay.